Hello class 10. Today we will continue with our chapter 4 and our today's topic is Zamindari Association or the Landholders Society. So we'll see that this Zamindari Association was the first political association of India, association of India, modern India with a political outlook. So this association played an important role in the then society, and it helped the Indian people to form this, to gain an idea about the formation of any association. So the first thing that we should see is that this association, Zamindari Association, was formed in 1837 in the premises of the Hindu College. In the premises of the Hindu College, this Zamindari Association was formed in 1837, and from the name Zamindari Association, we can understand that this association mainly belonged to the Zamindar class, the landed magnate class. Those class who had land as their property, those class who owned land. So we see that this association we should mention here, it is the first association with political outlook. Before this association, the Bongo Bhasha Prakashika Sabha was formed, which was the first association of India, but it did not have a political outlook. But the Zamindari Association had a political outlook. Now what we see is that the landed magnates like Radhakanta Deb, Dwarkanath Tagore, Prasanna Kumar Tagore, these people, even Ramohun Roy, these people were the main members of this association. And in a meeting, and the meeting was held in the premises of the Hindu College, and in the meeting this association was formed, that is in 1837, and we will see that within a few months, that is in 1838, the name of this association was changed to Landholders Society. So we see that in 1830 the Landholders Society was a new name that was given to this Zamindari Association, and we should also remember that William Colt Hurry and Prasanna Kumar Tagore became the joint secretary of this association. So this association mainly belonged to the landed aristocracy, mainly belonged to the landowning class, the landed magnates. And it was mentioned in the constitution of this landholders society that the common people, it is for the common people, it is for the general people. But we see that the common people or the general people never showed interest in this association, as it was mainly concerning the land, mainly concerning the ownership of land. So the only criteria which was there, only qualification for becoming a member of this association was that the person has to be, for becoming a member of this association, the person has to have interest in the soil of the country, interest in the land of the country, then the person can become a member. And this organization or this association used to meet every once in every month. So this was the basic principles of this association, and we see that the Landholder Society, as it was mainly concerning land, the demands which were presented to the British were mainly concerning land. So it was not, it did not reach to the common people, and the common people never became its member. And we see that even the riots or the farmers never became a member of the Landholders Society. So the Landholder Society was limited to the landowning class or the landed magnates, and we see that the main object of this society was to persuade the bureaucracy to fulfill some of their demands. They had the demands, they presented the petition to the British government, and their main object was to persuade the bureaucracy in Calcutta. During that time the British were ruling, so under the British rule they wanted to persuade the bureaucracy to take their demands or to take their petition to the British and to fulfill some of their demands. Now the main aim of this association was the extension of the permanent settlement. Main aims, okay, these are the aims of the Zamindari Association or the Landholder Society. Extension of the permanent settlement. Permanent settlement of land revenue was a system which was introduced by the British, and we see that by this system it was said that the land will permanently belong to the Zamindar. Land was permanently given to the Zamindar or landowning class, and in lieu of this, the landowning class or the Zamindar had to pay an amount to the British government on a fixed date before sunset. So this also came to be known as the Sunset Law, which you have already read in class 8. So I will not go into detail of the permanent settlement, but we see that under this system, under the Zamindari Association, they demanded the extension of the permanent settlement in other places. It was introduced, in Bengal, Bihar and Orissa, in the Bengal Subha. But now the landed magnates wanted the extension of the permanent settlement in other regions as well, because it was profitable for the Zamindar class, it was profitable for the landowning class. And we see that they wanted the extension of the permanent settlement. Apart from these, they also demanded, that is, resumption of rent-free land. They wanted resumption of the rent-free land to the occupants, and so whoever is the owner of the land, they should be given the rent-free land. Also, they got another demand was that to give them some portion of the land as a rent-free. A portion of the land should be there where there should be no rent. So they got this demand fulfilled. They demanded and got a portion of land, 10 bighas of land, free from rent. They demanded it that a portion of their land should be rent-free. Rent should not be imposed on the full complete land. A portion of the land should be rent-free, and this demand was accepted by the British government, and 10 bighas of land was given as rent-free land. And this land was basically the land which was donated or given to the Brahmanas or given for temple. This land was made rent-free land. So these were some of the aims of the Zamindari Association, and among them we see only one demand which was actually fulfilled was this one, that is, they got a portion of their land as rent-free land. So this was basically the aims and objectives of the Zamindari Association. And we see that as it was a political association only for the Zamindar class, only for the landowning class, the common people, the middle class never showed their interest in it. The common people, the general people remained aloof from this. But we see Rajendra Lal Mitra is of the opinion that this organization or this association played an important role in teaching the people how to form an association, how to fight logically and constitutionally with the ruler. This was taught to the common people by this organization, according to Rajendra Lal Mitra. So Rajendra Lal Mitra said, though this was solely based for the wishes and demand of the landowning class, but the common people, the general people, also got a help from this association. As this association was formed, people got the idea about how to form a political association, how to present their demand to the British, how to fight logically and constitutionally. These were the things that the Landholders Society or the Zamindari Association taught to the people of India. So it is important as a political association, and it played an important role. And we see that maintaining with par with this, the British Indian Society was set up, and in London we see that the British Indian Society was set up in 1839, and William Adams set up. He was a close associate of Ram Mohan Roy, and there this organization in London, this organization was set up, which functioned well, and they also upheld the demands of the Landholders Society in London. It functioned well till then, until 1839, but we see from 1840 to 43 it became very inactive. It continued till 1850, but from 1840 to 43 it became inactive. And the British Indian Society was formed after that. We see that mainly the function was carried on in London, but the Indian Landholder Society in India, that became little bit moribund, very much inactive. Till 1850 it continued, and after 1850 it had no existence in India, and its it was the role of this was carried on by the British Indian Society. So we see that this organization was the first political association of India, first association of India with a political outlook, and it played an important role in teaching the people how to fight logically and constitutionally, and it gave the people the idea and the concept about how to form an association, how the constitution and the principles of the association should be formed. Thank you.